Father, tell us of the before times. We want to hear the tales. Yes, Father, tell us, please, tell us.
But young ones, I grow weary of telling of the time before. You've heard the tale many times. Why must you hear it again?
Oh, but Father, we look forward to the telling all day. When the sun falls from the sky, we know it might be time for the telling because, well, it's all we have to look forward to. We toil hard, gather big rocks and wood for the fire, and also dry hay for the bedding. And all we ask is for the telling.
Very well, young ones. I beckon you closer to the fire, so that you may see my face as I tell you of the time before. The time before the Ryback.
Ryback.
You see, young ones, in the time before, many warriors of all races and creeds, of all genders and persuasions would come to clash in a mighty ring, an honorable ring, a ring of non-stop action, a ring of entertainment and wrestling from around the world. And these gladiators would face each other for the amusement of the crowd and those who watched at home on the television boxes. Things were good in the before times, although many people did not realize this. They often criticized the quality of the clashes on their internet machines. That was until the Ryback was summoned by the mighty Laurinaitis. That's when the trouble started. The mighty Laurinaitis lived across the sea in the land of Baba. He rode his skateboard across the waves until he reached the Stamford and helped the McMahon. He chose who would be in the clashes and who would not. You see, the Laurinaitis had done everything in his power to make the people happy, and yet, whenever they seemed to watch the clashes, they would come up with new criticisms for him. They would blame him for every aspect. Anything that they thought was wrong, they would blame the Laurinaitis until the Laurinaitis could not take it anymore. His temper had been tested. He felt he had no choice, and he released the Ryback on us. The first person to fall, the very first victim, brave Barry Stevens. He tried his hand at the Ryback, and the Ryback dispatched young Stevens, and his gimpy, somewhat weird voice that didn't quite make sense, and no one really knew why he should have a mic, but yet many thought perhaps it was the McMahon playing a joke on him. Still, that is not the point. You see, young ones, once you release a power like the Ryback, it's unstoppable. You can't contain it. You can't control it. Even Laurinaitis could do nothing to stop it. It was too late at that point. You see, the Ryback destroyed everything. He went through every single gladiator, one by one, taking them down, dispatching them, ending them, until there was no one left. But even that was not enough for the Ryback. Once he had dispatched all the gladiators, he started dispatching all the spectators and even people who did not watch the clashes until there was only a few of us left. We hid away in the caves for a few weeks until the Ryback was sent back to Tampa. But at that point it was too late. The damage had been done. There was nothing that we could do but rebuild.
Will the Ryback ever return?
Well, possibly. Although it will probably take a series of months, and he'll probably be repackaged as something else, perhaps another gimmick. We're not really sure about that yet. But if he does return, we'll be ready.